Welcome to Tactical Shooter. Today we're talking about one of the most iconic Soviet sidearms of the Cold War, the APS pistol, also known as the Stechkin automatic pistol, a select-fire machine pistol that blended the compact size of a handgun with the firepower of a submachine gun. Designed by Igor Stechkin in the late 1940s, this pistol was created in the Soviet Union to give officers, vehicle crews, and support troops a weapon that could provide serious firepower without needing a full-sized rifle. It was officially adopted into service in 1951 and remained in production until around 1958, though some variants were later modernized and continued in limited use for decades. The APS fires the 9x18mm Makarov cartridge, the standard Soviet pistol round at the time, and it uses a simple blowback action with a unique fire selector allowing both semi-automatic and fully automatic firing modes. It's capable of firing at an astonishing rate of about 750 rounds per minute, extremely fast for a pistol, which is why it was often issued with a detachable wooden shoulder stock that doubled as a holster, helping stabilize the weapon in full auto mode. The pistol weighs around 1.22 kilograms unloaded, which makes it quite heavy for a sidearm, and its total length is about 225 millimeters with a 140 millimeters barrel, making it longer and bulkier than most handguns of its time. It uses a 20-round detachable box magazine, giving the shooter decent capacity, especially in burst or auto fire, and its sights are adjustable for ranges of 25, 50, 100, and even 200 meters, although practical use beyond 50 meters was limited. Its muzzle velocity sits around 340 meters per second, which is respectable for a pistol cartridge, and it had a reputation for being relatively accurate in semi-auto, especially when supported with the stock. The slide was serrated to reduce glare, and the frame-mounted selector lever allowed switching between safe, semi, and full auto, all from one control. Early APS models came with wooden grip panels, but later versions switched to more durable plastic or bakelite. While originally intended for widespread use, the APS ended up being issued to specific groups like artillery crews, tank operators, pilots, and especially special units like Spetsnaz, the MVD, OMON, and later internal troops of the Russian Federation. It saw real combat in the Soviet-Afghan War and was also used in conflicts like Vietnam, Mozambique, Angola, and even more recently in the Syrian civil war and the conflict in Ukraine. In the 1970s, a suppressed version known as the APB was developed for special forces use, featuring a longer barrel with a threaded end for a detachable suppressor, a wire stock instead of wood, and minor internal changes for reliability. Only about 2,000 APS pistols were converted into the APB variant, making it one of the rarer models seen today. Despite its unique role, the APS was eventually replaced by more compact rifles like the AKS-74U, and later personal defense weapons, due to its weight and limited control during full auto fire. Still, its legacy lives on, both as a functional sidearm for close quarters engagements and as a piece of Cold War history that fascinated soldiers and collectors alike. It influenced later machine pistols like the OTZ-33 Pernak and is still in limited use today among Russian law enforcement and reserve forces, prized for its robust construction and historical value. The APS pistol wasn't perfect, it was heavy, hard to conceal, and tricky to control without the stock, but it remains one of the most interesting sidearms ever built, a compact automatic pistol designed for war, born in the Cold War, and still respected today.